Hello there, friends. My name is Rachel Gianesse Middle. Gilbert and Sullivan is my middle name, and my middle name is my last name. And I am here on behalf of Forbear Theatre, not actually to rank any part of the Gianesse operas today, or indeed any day over the next few weeks. Today is the day before I fly to New York to appear in Utopia's opera, in Utopia Opera's Utopia Limited. Utopia Limited. And that is with my dear friend William Remmers. He'll be playing King Paramount and I'll be playing Princess Zara. I have been to New York before, but not for a really long time and not for a very long time. So that's really exciting. And I am excited, but I'm nervous about the journey to the airport, and I don't really like flying that much. I think I'll be fine once we're like up in the air. But I'm most nervous about getting up at 5 in the morning. So that's gonna be annoying. But with the new Elizabeth line, it's really easy to get to either airport because I can just go either all the way to Heathrow, or I can. What I'm doing tomorrow is I'm going to Farringdon and getting the Thames link to Gatwick. And yeah, it's just super easy to do, but yeah, it still takes like over an hour, like an hour and 10 minutes to get there. So have to leave at about 10 to 6 to get there in time for my flight. They say you should arrive 3 hours before the flight, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just loving my hair right now because I dyed it today. It's quite dark right now, it'll kind of fade. But yes, I am actually not a natural redhead. My hair is, well, you can't even see what colour my hair is now because I've completely dyed it, but it's kind of brownish, reddish brown, but this will fade out into a nice soft red after a few washes, but I love it when it's just done because it's like all dark and red and cool. Anyway, that's my hair, and I will probably check back in with you tomorrow morning when I'm feeling gross and it's early and I'm tired. And so I'm not looking forward to that, but it'll be one step closer to being there, which is a good thing. Oh my god. I have never seen Gatwick Airport this busy before. And it's insane, it's like 7:30 in the morning on a... Oh, I guess it is a Friday, but still. But it's so busy, there are like queues everywhere. I'm gonna try prep because I need my capitalist juice. But yeah, I can't believe how busy it is. And I'm not alive yet. Look at all these people. And like, I hate those people that are like, oh god, I can't stand all these crowds of people, which you are adding to by being a person. You know? So I am one of these people, so I am part of the problem. But still, I'm more important than everyone else. Because, you know, hubris. How is that plane going to go across the Atlantic? I'm lying to you, it's not actually that plane, but the one we're flying on is over there. But it's not any bigger than that. That's nuts. It's the smallest plane I've ever gone across the Atlantic on. Whew. Totally here. I'm in NYC, JFK Airport. There's lots of balloons. Oh. What was weird was that I got through customs in a matter of moments. They're asking me about any food that I had. I was like, oh my god, was I not allowed to bring food? Because I've got loads of treats for everyone, but then apparently it's just like animal products, which I didn't have, of course. So, yeah, it was all good. But I'm so tired now. It's been a long journey already, and now is like the scariest part, because now I have to get like across New York City to where Will is working. I'm kind of actually worried I'm going to get there too soon in a way, because I don't want to. Some people like exploring, but I don't like exploring. I don't mind exploring like once I know where I am, and then I'm happy to like safely leave. But I don't like just kind of wandering. It makes me nervous. It's weird because I'm extremely well travelled, but I find it nerve-wracking for some reason. So yeah, let's see how we get on. I have to get the 7 train, or actually the 1 train, then the 7 train. I don't know. I need to look rigorously at Will's instructions.
Good afternoon, everyone. There is a calling out still out.
Jingle bells?
Approaching Macy Metro.
I'm so confused. So, yeah, there was somebody at J Street playing this like, it was like a Chinese instrument, like a.
Yeah, I know that guy.
And
I see him every day.
I didn't see the guy, but they were playing Jingle Bells, but it was like a modal version of Jingle Bells.
You didn't record it?
So I got a bit of it, but then he
Okay.
stopped, but instead of going do 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 do, what was it? Do do do. Yeah, I know what it was. So instead of going do 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 do, it went jingle bells, jingle all the way. Do 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 do.
Maybe that's the only note that's accessible for that instrument.
Yeah, perhaps it's like, yeah, the flute or whatever he was playing was just in the
Those were the
wrong
notes.
key. So,
That's so good. Yeah.
we're in Carroll Street.
Christmas Carol Street.
There's some really fun station names. There was one called Something Food. What was that? What was the first name? It was like Henry Fruit or something, but that amused me. It amused me to say them. Look, it's Broadway. I'm in NYC. There's yellow taxi cabs, and ooh, this is exciting. Chop and go.
I didn't realize you could get both of those at the same time.
Oh my god, what's this? A pret-a-manger. We got those in London. Wow! Look at that. Oh. That is properly like, what is this Late Show with? I've heard of that. That's a thing I've heard of. Alright. Here we go. This is our rehearsal, and I am asleep. I am asleep. I can't really imagine an emergency that involves needing to lubricate a track. Apparently. Man from Mikado. I'm really not used to jet lag coming this way.
because I've gone to China 7 times now from either England or Germany, and even though that's horrible, and I know that's meant to be worse anyway, I'm used to how that feels, and going this way, it's funny, I didn't think it would affect me too much because we're only 4 hours different. And on the first night, of course, I had to arrive, then go to rehearsal, then I got back here at like 11 and went straight to sleep, and I slept for 9 hours, and that was great. But then yesterday, which was day 2, and I only took one tiny video because I couldn't even think because I was so tired. I was so tired the whole day. And when we got back, did some shopping, ate, and I fell asleep at 7:30 p.m. and woke up at 10 p.m. because I had to take my pills. My alarm went off. Otherwise, I probably would have just slept all the way through. And then me and Will stayed up and did some lines until like 12:30. And then I got 7 hours sleep. So I should be feeling fine now, but I just feel kind of mushy in my head. I'm really hoping that feeling goes away quickly because I want to enjoy myself. But today I am going to see a show called Kimberly Akimbo because a friend of mine has free tickets, so I am going to do that. And this friend is the same friend who I'm going to be filming my soprano arias video with. I couldn't sing now at all. Ah. I have no voice now. I just feel shattered. I really hope this fixes itself because I don't want to go through the whole time like this. Bizarrely though, okay, so on the first night when I arrived and I went to rehearsal and I hadn't slept in 20 hours, I sang really well. Whereas yesterday, like, I was fine, but I didn't sing as well as I sang that first night. It does just seem that the longer that I'm awake, the better I sing. Like, even if I haven't slept the night before and I feel like pants, I will sing good, which doesn't really make any sense, but there you go. But yeah, yesterday was really good because we sang with the orchestra. Not the whole cast weren't there. It wasn't too many of us. So I also sang Although of Native Maids the Cream as a solo, which was quite funny. It was great. And then I tried yesterday for the first time Impossible sausages because I've only ever had Beyond sausages. They don't have Impossible meat in the UK. It's illegal for some reason. It's got something in it, or maybe it's a patent issue. I can't remember. But they were so good. So we're going to get those again. And Will made me some nice broccoli. And we had some vegan magnums. And yeah, we worked on our dialogue a bit. Zara has the most involved dialogue. She has so many of these really intense monologues. For example, my poor father, now listen to me. With the view of remodelling the political and social institutions of Utopia, I have brought with me 6 representatives of the principal causes which have tended to make England the powerful, happy and blameless country which the consensus of European civilization has declared it to be. Place yourself unreservedly in their hands, and they will reorganize your country on a footing that will enable you to defy your persecutors. They are all now washing their hands after their journey. Shall I introduce them? And I have 4 big speeches like that. In fact, more than that. I think I've got 4 that are really huge, but then I've got at least 3 or 4 that are kind of half the length, which are also quite long. And it's hard to learn. But I'm getting there. And I hope I can film some more exciting stuff later. Today we're not rehearsing, but I will see.
let it. So, this is Marisa, and we're about to see Kimberly Akimbo, which I know nothing about.
Neither do I, actually.
And yeah, okay, I was going to ask you what it was about.
Check fraud and premature aging.
Okay, there we go.
That's really all I know about
Yeah.
it, but we're about to find out.
So I'm going to see that show, and there are like massive queues everywhere. It's really vibrant, the Broadway district. I mean, I didn't expect anything else. I could have thought Broadway was pretty vibrant, but
Here it is.
oh, it's exciting. And I still haven't, you know what I haven't managed to do yet?
What?
I've not managed to drink a root beer yet, or a proper Mountain Dew that has all the chemicals in it.
We can do both
Those
of
are the two things I want to do.
I love that. Root beer and Mountain Dew. We can make that happen.
This is what I am seeing. Kimberly Akimbo. This is the Rockefeller Center. I just happened across this. I call it that's where you go skating. Hey. And there's so many flags. Wouldn't you know? I'm just popping to rehearsal. I've just eaten some Five Guys. And the vegan burger they have at Five Guys is so bad. It's just tomatoes and mushrooms and green peppers and onions in a bun. And it costs $6.99. I'm not going to get that again, I'll just get the fries. They're the best part anyway. It's very raining. I've never in my life seen a raccoon, but there's one just there. So cool. You see his tail? Because I saw the tail. That's amazing. Like, I have never seen a live raccoon in my life before. Until now. Okay, so I'm just going to explain to you what the tarantella is going to be. So basically, nothing happens for like the first like 2 beats, the dum bum, but when the main downbeat starts, the tarantella. The king, what I think you should do, I mean, honestly, I think that freestyling would be okay, but if you want something to go on, I'd say it'd be quite funny if you just had hops on one leg, so you can't really see my legs, but if you just kind of like hopping on one leg while like raising your other leg, not like a dog going to the toilet, but you know what I mean, just like that. 5, 6, 7, and then back the other way, because it's quite funny just doing one thing over and over again. And that for 8 beats on each leg, and then I think just stop and just shimmy at Lady Sophie, something like that, and then just go around her in a little circle like this, all the while she looks really confused. So I think that whole little first phrase, as it were, is aimed directly at Lady Sophie. And then that little half bar, or maybe it's a natural bar, but it's like a half count of slow 4. The king can like beckon Zara, and I'm ready to be on. And then it'll be Zara stage right, the king stage left, Sophie's still kind of confused in the middle. And I think we just do a simple starting on the right leg, step, turn, step, clap, step, turn, step, clap, then spin, and a step, hop, so that I'm kind of like pointing my feet. So that again is step, turn, step, tambourine, step, turn, step, tambourine, spin, 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 step, hop, hop. And then me and the king should cross, like with jazz hands, like the king will go behind Lady Sophie and I'll go in front of her. So we're like crossing Lady Sophie for a slow count of 4. And then what would be nice is if we could both get one of Lady Sophie's hands. I don't know if we'll have the depth for this, but hopefully we'll be able to do something along these lines. If we both grab a hand of Lady Sophie, and this will mean that she'll be rotating that way, so she'll be rotating forward, so that won't be hard for her. But Will, you would turn round so that you'd be like grabbing her right hand with your right hand here, but I'd be grabbing her left hand with my right hand, if that makes sense, and then we're going to go around like this. And I don't know if we'll get all the way around, but it doesn't really matter if we get halfway or the whole way. It works for the next bit, because the next bit, when the big reprise comes in, we're actually going to get everybody in a line. So we'll just go in our couples. So it'll either be, depending on where we've got to, it'll either be Sophie and the king, and Fitz will just slot in between me and Sophie, or it'll be like me and Sophie and the king, and Fitz will slot in here. So that's the unknown at this point, but then the other two couples just go on the other side. So it doesn't really matter what the order is, but we can work that out. But then what we're going to do for that big reprise section, that bum, we're going to go, we might hold hands, we might not, but we're going to go forward, 2, 3, nice, back, 2, 3, 4, then again, 2, 3, nice, back, 2, 3, 4. And then, I believe, then we are going to clap on the offbeats under our knees, and then like where our heads are, like over our heads preferably. So it would be 1 clap, 1 clap, 1 clap, 1 clap. So we do that many times. And by this point we're kind of relatively far back on the stage because we've just gone back. And then we just do a little spin on ourselves for like slow 4 beats. And then basically for the last slow counts we just hit some poses, then we do jazz hands and pose for the end. So that's what it's going to be. Okay, so I didn't know this painting was here. This is literally my favourite painting in the world. I'm so excited. When I get a chance, I'm going to go up to it. Oh my god. There you go. This painting just always spoke to me as an insomniac. I just get it, you know. No matter how crazy modern art is, I just get this. And this is also a Dali. It's like a little 3D theatre. That's so cool. This one is 1934. Oh my god. That is incredible. I'm so glad I came here. That was awesome. I mean, even just the fact that I got to see that Dali painting, that's been my favourite painting since I saw it in like a book of art when I was about 10, probably younger. That's always just been my favourite painting. I can't believe I didn't know that was there and I just stumbled across it. Oh, it's amazing. I just about lost it. I took my mask off. I just about lost it when I saw that painting. I couldn't believe it. I'm going to go to the gift shop now. I'm going to see if they have any postcards. I mean, they will, obviously. But, you know, there's some really cool stuff here. This has been great. There was a whole Pinocchio exhibition. Awesome. So here's what I really love about New York. I know that I have to go to 45th and 9th
And like you don't need Google Maps at all. I don't have to use any data because it's just a grid. And every single street is numbered, not labelled rather. Well, it is also numbered. It's just so easy to get around. And when a city is Rachel proof, that's when you know it's a good system. I will say though, the constant crossing of roads is getting a bit tiresome because you often have to wait for ages at these crossroads. That's pretty wonderful. Yeah, that's good. Here I am, 49th Street, 45 and 9th, and I get to see Marissa again. Yay. I guess this is quite a busy street. This is where I was on Sunday. I saw that. And it was good. So, one of my favourite things about America is root beer. Because we get it in cans at home, but it's not like this. It's so good. It's probably got about 300 calories. Oh my god. Oh, I can see all the sliders. Oh my god. This is what I came for. It's these.
That's the ones.
I'm just gonna check. I'm pretty sure these are vegan. Yes. These are completely vegan. The other ones aren't, but these ones, hot buffalo wings. And it's 2 for $7, so I guess I'm going to get 2 for $7. And oh my god, look! And these are all the sweets that you can buy. You can buy these in the UK, but they cost £5 each.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So all these like Mike and like, and actually the ones I like are the gobstoppers. But they don't seem to have those ones. But I'm going to have a proper look. But wow.
Are you overwhelmed?
It's amazing. I did those trolley things. That's what I got the
yes.
weed version of.
So
they make like weed versions.
I wasn't aware that they also just made regular old gummy worms.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Ooh. Hot tamales. This is New Jersey. Are we in Princeton?
No, we are in Hightstown, which is actually...
Oh, okay, because I was saying confidently on a little video that I made this morning, oh, I recognise the high street. But so I guess they all just look the same.
I guess
because I swear... Oh, there's a nice little eagle just there. Yeah, because when I was in Princeton like 11 years ago, we went into the town. Mm-hmm. We went to a Panera.
Okay.
And I actually thought I recognised like the exact high street that we were on last night when we were driving. So yeah, I guess they just all look quite similar.
The train station is about halfway between here and actual Princeton.
Okay.
This is the geographical center of New Jersey. And it was founded, this town has been around since I think 1721.
It's got such a different vibe to New York.
Yes.
Oh,
here we go. Historic Hightstown.
It's quaint. That's the word. It's quaint. It is. I mean, it's New England, isn't it? There's a reason for that. It like looks.
Yeah.
It looks very English. I mean, apart from all these power lines and the traffic lights strung up, like it's also kind of old-timey American in a way. These like kind of vintagey looking.
Yes, this is an old
shop
town,
fronts,
and there's a bunch of these old towns around here, and you'll find
First
even more.
Baptist Church. Like we don't really have Baptist churches in the UK. No, not commonly. We do have some.
You've got what is it? The free churches and the nonconformist or whatever's. Because remember, we don't have a state religion here, so
yeah. But then what's weird is that you as a country seem way more Christian than Britain does, even though we're meant to be officially Christian. Like America seems far more like actually Christian.
I would say that you certainly have a higher percentage of regular church goers in America, and as far as how Christianity is baked into the culture, it certainly is quite a bit here for something that doesn't have a state religion. Oh, hello. But also, it is in some ways and not in others. For instance, we don't get Easter is like a 4-day national holiday for you. It's not one here.
Okay.
Some schools may decide to give Good Friday off, but not all. And it certainly isn't that standard 4-week bank holiday that you've got.
But then, as we know, Easter's actually originally a pagan festival.
As was Christmas. And all that we talked about.
But people tend to know that about Christmas, but they don't tend to know that about Easter.
Well, we had a nice chat in rehearsal the other day about how most of like the things you associate with like Christmas trees or candles or all of that stuff, came from the various pagan holidays that were around, because this is the easiest way to convert people to your religion. You can either fight and kill them, or you can just take all their traditions and repackage them and call them traditions, and that is a much less violent solution overall, and tends to have the similar results.
I listened to such an amazing podcast about Saturnalia. And that was so interesting about how, like, Emperor Constantine, or like one of the Romans, he like made sure he moved it to a day that would clash with a Christian festival to like make people choose. Ooh. And then they had to choose the Christian one, and Saturnalia kind of died. It was something like that. Anyway, very interesting. Budweiser. So today I'm going to this really fit place because you know me and how interested I am in all things fashion. I know that when you think of me, you think of fashion. So this is where we're going today. We're going to the fashion museum, if I can find it. Art and Design Gallery. Is that the museum? I think so. Obsessed with this. How good is this? It's got feathers in it. But that is, I love that silhouette so much. I love kind of poofy stuff. 1892. I want this one. I'm guessing it's like 20s, maybe not 20s. 1918. I love this one.
A long white flowing dress in completely different ways. But their interior spaces, their studios, which you can see on these images here, are very similar. They both have this simplicity to them, very pared down, and both also just the walls painted white. Similarities and how they're connected. Next here we have this piece from the brand Viva. Viva was a very fashionable brand in the 1960s and 70s, and
this is what Ludwig should wear in the Grand Duke. I'm funny. So cool. This is kind of cool. It's a little bit impractical, I think. But that is so awesome. They're not really wooden escalators. The actual escalators themselves are not wooden. But I wonder, if I travel the whole thing, I wonder if some of them are.
I can hear loads of static on the wall. This is so freaky. What's that noise? This is Macy's, by the way. I came here for the wooden escalators. I tried on a Betsy Johnson dress. It was just a bit too small. It made my boobs look weird. But yeah, there's some good stuff here. They've got loads of sale stuff. Oh, this is so odd. So I went all the way to Macy's to look at the wooden escalators, and they weren't even wooden. The sides of them are wooden, but the actual steps weren't. And when you look at the pictures, they are. So, yeah, I am confusion. And I'm now just on my way to a radical rehearsal. And that'll be nice to do a show other than Utopia Limited, however nice Utopia Limited is. And it's been so long since I've done a radical, so this is exciting. And I love the way the city is set out. I don't even have to look at my map when I'm walking. I just know where to go. I may as well be a New Yorker already.
Here we go. So it really doesn't matter. 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 If I went on to the word and was I wrong? Well, actually, I have a hack for doing that. I need to pretend there's another one there.
Yes.
And then it's easier to count. I forgot to do it, so I will get it right if I do that. So it really doesn't matter. 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 If I were not a little really silly, I should give you my advice upon the subject we need. I should show you anything which I took around with the question. It really be astonished at the force of passages. The subject of approach you must find you will let full of excellent suggestions when I feel a little better than a crazy kind of freeing out as well as any had to someone keep it to myself and my opinion doesn't matter. Her opinion doesn't matter. Her opinion doesn't matter. Her opinion doesn't matter. My opinion doesn't matter. Her opinion doesn't matter. Her opinion doesn't matter. If I had been so lucky as to have a steady brother who could talk to me as we are talking now to one another, who would give me good advice when he discovered I was enemy, which is just a very might have made a very interesting little I might have lived a very this particular development unintelligible pattern isn't generally, and if it is, it doesn't matter. If it is, it doesn't matter. If it is, it doesn't matter. This particularly rapid unintelligible pattern isn't generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter. This particularly rapid unintelligible pattern isn't generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter. Okay, I got up early, and it's 7, not 9. Damn it.
Yeah, good. It's fine to go to there. It's fine to drill it without stopping.
Lol.
Country has been anglicized completely. It's really surprising what a thorough emphasizing we have brought about Utopia quite another land. In an enterprising moment she is in with the courage that we do so fully offer to our motherland. It's really surprising what a thorough emphasizing we have brought about Utopia quite another land. In an enterprising moment she is in with the courage that we do so fully offer to our motherland. Nice!
point, you can go back to your arms behind your back so you don't have to do any more dance.
Yeah. Good job, Rach.
Thanks, Will.
What would you do if I gave you an egg?
I would eat it, but I don't like eggs.
So this is our venue. This is the steaming station. Yeah, so we're just in like a college building. And I guess what I'm doing now is I'm practicing my walk around for coming on stage. And it's important for me to practice things because I typically get lost inside buildings, so this is good for me to do. Then we going into the auditorium.
Turn on mic 1.
Premium reserved seating.
Unmute mic 2.
Hi everyone, I am excited.
What was your best thing about this time?
I was having my best buddy come around and be in our favorite composer's show, Utopia.
I'm so happy that I have you as my best friend, and I love Lisa so much.
So I actually started seeing like on San Francisco, 2 suitcase, you know anyone. The San Francisco. When I first got to San Francisco, it was very interesting story. So when I first moved to San Francisco, 2 suitcase, you know anyone. And a $2,000 check I couldn't cash.
Why couldn't you cash it?
Well, because it was an out-of-state bank. Anyway, I was working as a busboy in a hotel. And so Lisa, she was sitting there drinking her coffee. She's so beautiful. And so I go up and I say hi to her, and that's how we met.
And what was the interesting part?
Well, the interesting part is on our first date, she paid for dinner. Train look. If it was you, how would a train look? Now that's a swimmer. No, dude. Okay. Get in there. Bye-bye.
Poor, simple-minded, trusting and affectionate old gentlemen. I'm really very sorry for them. How strange it is that when the flower of a man's youth is faded, he seems to lose all charm in a woman's eyes. And how true the words of my expurgated juvenile. Festinat, decorere, vilux flosculus anguste, miserecre, brevissima vitae portio. Ah, if we could only make up our minds to invest our stock of youth on commercial principles instead of squandering it at the outset, old age would be as extinct